Assalamu alaikum. A'udhu billahi minash shaitanir rajim. Bismillahir rahmanir rahim. Alhamdulillahi rabbil alameen. Rabbana la tu'akhidhna in nasina aw akhtana. Rabbana wa la tahmil alayna isran kama hamaltahu ala alladhina min qablina. Rabbana wa la tuhammilna ma la taqata lana bih. Wa'fu anna waghfir lana warhamna. أنت مولانا فانصرنا على القوم الكافرين لا إله إلا أنت سبحانك إني كنت من الظالمين ولا حول ولا قوة إلا بالله العلي العظيم وصل اللهم على محمد وعلى آله وصحبه أجمعين والحمد لله رب العالمين. All right, welcome dear friends. Inshallah, we will continue with our discussion on the ascension of the Prophet, peace and blessings be upon him. And we're discussing the fruits of the ascension. This is like the fourth principle, actually. So what is the meaning? We kind of discussed a little bit what paradise and tree of Tuba and how it's used in the Quran, and really the meaningful side that when we witness the universe, the reality in this world, that should give us really peace and comfort, right? So the spirit gets satisfied by witnessing and seeing what it's looking for in terms of meaning in the universe, because anything that is meaningless just hurts the individual. So man is always looking for meaning and truth, right? So the spiritual needs align with the meaningful side of the universe, which is to experience the qualities of my Lord, which is kind of a summary of what we went over last time with the paragraphs that we went over, right? So by witnessing everything in terms of how the organization is, what the universe is displaying, the art behind it, the order that it follows, who set up the order, the patterns that we see, right? And man is created with the most excellent of patterns to be able to investigate and learn and realize all this. So part of what Ascension and the prophetic message and his ascension kind of saw and witnessed the universe and all the qualities that are being manifested to their utmost level. So we also need to do the same in terms of how, when we are living in this world, to use the abilities that are given to us, the consciousness, the awareness, the witnessing, and witness not just the physical aspect, material aspect of the thing, but to see realize the meaningful side of the universe and what they point to. So experience firsthand the qualities of the Lord of the universe. Okay, so we will continue with the second fruit. So that was the first fruit, and now we'll go into the second fruit. So this fruit has brought to jinn and man as a gift the fundamentals of Islam. And first and foremost, the prescribed prayers. So the fundamentals of Islam and prescribed prayers. So I will just underline those, which constitute, oops, what is that? Okay. I hope everybody's still there. Yeah. So and first and foremost, the prescribed prayers, which constitute those things pleasing to the sustainer, the ruler of pre-eternity and post-eternity, who is the maker of beings, owner of the universe, and sustainer of all the worlds. To discover the things that please him. So what are the things that please him, basically? Bring such happiness it cannot be described, right? So things pleasing to the sustainer. So the fundamentals of Islam, of belief, are the things that please him. So human being realizing all those things, that who is organizing basically your life, the whole universe, your experiences that one is going through, right? So to understand basically who is the owner, the ruler, who is the maker of the beings, owner of the universe, and sustainer of all the worlds. To discover the things that please him brings such happiness, it cannot be described. So my duty is to discover those things that please him, which is to be what I am as an individual, to be myself in my fitri is called state, which is always curious and looking for meaning and purpose in existence, trying to understand why I'm here in this world. And once I am satisfied that, yes, I am a created being, definitely I want to get to know who my creator is. That is what the ascension and ascending would entail. So I have to know exactly what is pleasing to my Lord. So to discover the things that please him brings such happiness it cannot be described. For how eager is everyone to find out from a distance the desires of a powerful benefactor or generous king. So as we can see here, to discover the things that pleases him brings such happiness that cannot be described, basically. These are like the fruits of an ascension, right? And how eager I am, how hungry I am, basically, to find out that I would be willing to travel from a distance the desires of a powerful benefactor or generous king. And if they find out, how delightful they are. They say longingly, if only there was some means by which I could communicate with that personage directly. Now, how many times would I think this way in my living to connect with my Lord, my owner, who gives me existence? That how, like, really longing for it, longingly. So that's another important word for me, right? Discover, pleasing, constitute, eagerness. So if only I could learn what he wants of me, if only I knew what would please him that I could do, right? So we do this in our, maybe in our, if you're a student in a college or you want to know, you want to please the professor in a way that, okay, so you kind of work on your assignments, work hard on them. If in your job, maybe you want to make the best product, so you're working hard on this so that you know that the customers would be happy in your business. The same thing, you want to maybe have a good rapport with the customers that you're dealing with. So what about the Lord of the universe? What kind of relationship am I having with that? Brother Ali, please go ahead.
Thank you. It was going well, and when you said, "Who is the Lord of the universe?" I would rather say, yes, who is the Lord of the universe, my concern, but I must relate it to myself first. Who is my Lord, who put me in this, if you like, universe is a ship or an airplane, who put me in this airplane of the universe. Now, I imagined as you were reading and say, if I am brought by a transportation means, let's say by an airplane, I don't see anyone at all. Airplane goes and leaves me in a place. And I am just pushed away. I mean, kindly coming into this world as a baby. And then I found myself, everything is prepared for me here. I must really burn with uh, curiosity. Who is doing this? House is ready, food is ready, temperature is adjusted accordingly. And all these describable things that really responding to my human qualities are here. Who's doing this? So I feel the need and it is covered. It is answered, satisfied. Who is doing this? And suddenly I understand, everybody is like me and everything in the universe, not only human beings. And they are taken away by another ship or airplane and thrown away out of this house. What's going on? So this ego discovered the things that please him. Who is this? Bring such happiness, it cannot be described. It means, please, I cannot really describe the source of the satisfaction of my spiritual needs, the quality of my human needs. But I see that the universe, the house I am brought into, has signs that the one who made it can satisfy it. So how can I communicate with this owner of this house, but especially me, putting me here in this house, and I can see the signs that the one who is doing all this can respond to my needs of my feelings. First, really to see who is doing it, and also I must be very eager to find out what is happening after uh, I am taken away from it, from this world. Am I going to be given another place, another house? Am I going to be taken away from this house and be transferred into another house? And how can I really deserve what my human qualities uh, is very eager to obtain it. They are yearning to satisfy it, so that when I'm taken from here, I may ask him to give me all what I need, really, full satisfaction. Really, we must be always wondering about this, curious about this, eager about to learn who is doing this and how can I ask him, take me to another place, since you are going to take me here as you brought me here. So you must be taken somewhere else because you brought me here, whoever you are. That is why we have to try to understand who is this agent doing all this to me. In fact, it may look like a story, but in fact, in reality, what we are doing in this world is as I presented this simple picture. We don't know. Somebody brought us here, and we don't know. Apparently, the same one is taken away from here, and while we are here, he is treating us as a guest. I think the word is used this as a gift. Sorry, the mirage is a gift. So while I am in this world, a person says, the one who brought is definitely somebody brought us here. Something brought us here. Some may call it nature, some may call it, no, not body, but somebody. This one told me why you are here, and I'm going to make a journey. We read from the first fruit that he has introduced me the place we are going, paradise. Get ready. In the first one, the beginning, yeah. Where is this? Paradise, yeah. Angels, paradise. What does it mean that we are experiencing here and the next creation hereafter? I have seen them. He has shown me and asked me, go back and teach them. So he says, yeah, he says, I have been through this journey with his help. But he said, tell the others they can go through this journey within their capacity. I have given them given them the capacity to make this journey, not really going through the universe physically like you, but they can go through this universe, examine what is going on through your human capacity that I have given to you. Although physically you are not there, but now astronomy tells me the galaxies. For example, biology or physics tell me what is going on in the micro world. It's possible for me to make this journey through this information that I am receiving. So that is what we have to do as much as we can, make our journey together with the universe and our spirit, and our spirit and the universe really corresponding to each other. And the message this person brought and said, I have physically experienced it. Long ago, we read that he experienced it and left the door open for those people who want to experience this ascension, miraj, within their capacity, without really physically going through the universe physically, but intellectually you can discover it. The door is open. So we have to make our miraj. How? Using our free will, sorry, human are using our feelings, ruh, actually, ruh. So our feelings, but not only five external feelings, human feelings, and going through the journey by using our really external feelings, seeing, hearing, learning, brain, tongue, and hands and nose, all communicate with them, collect them information from the creation, and make an analysis according to the requirements of your spirit. That will be your miraj. That is open. This way is open now for all of us. That is why we can make the miraj and understand what the one who brought us into this world existence wants from us. So this is the connection that we learned and fruit we got from this prophetic practice, experience. Thank you.
Alhamdulillah, thank you, Brother Ali. Yeah, so the requirements of the spirit, that's what we need actually, because we mostly are involved with our bodily kind of requirements. We don't pay much attention to the spirit, what the spirit is seeking. And of course, this is the ascension definitely involves the spirit, because why are we here? We need to ask those questions. Who put me here? And of course, how do I communicate with this, whoever put me here, in the conditions that I'm in the situation that I'm in? And of course, the gift, everything. What is not a gift that we are experiencing? Right? So that's why the hadiths of the prescribed prayers can be like an ascension for the believer, right? And the fundamentals of Islam are all the gifts or means through which any human being can ascend in terms of realizing.
You said also what is not a gift.
Yes.
We said sometimes there are lots of things causes pain in me, spiritual pain, physical pain, and disasters, and the news of death. Are they also gifts?
I would say they are gifts as well, because they make you realize many things in our life. Yeah, because I need like justice. If I see wars happening, yeah, they are telling me, hey, look for justice, look for peace. Disasters, you can tells me, okay, who is the one who's in control, who is powerful, right? I shouldn't take my life in this world for granted. So there are many warnings that can act as gifts as well.
So we experience that our ego may take us into a situation that these events are happening here, which cause me pain, and also my own interpretations contradicting to my nature, to my human spirit, also pain, cause pain in me. So I say, it is wrong. I'm not using my spirit correctly. Any interpretation which contradicts my spiritual expectations tells me that our expectations, not bodily pain, not bodily death. Death is only subject to, my body is subject to death only, not my spirit. So whatever contradicts, for example, if I interpret death for, let's be extreme here, annihilation, going into non-existence, what happens? My spirit rebels. Oh, there is something wrong. For example, this pain, my spirit rebels and feels pain. Oh, it is a wrong, sorry, it is a warning. Now we have to understand two things, I think. It is not directly related, but it is practically very important. Quran mentions, I think last week we talked about Shejere Zakkum and Shejere Tuba, the tree of Zakkum, tree of Tuba. We said there are three verses in the Quran directly mentioning Shejere Zakkum, tree of Zakkum. No verse mentions about tree of Tuba, but we learn it from hadith narrations. Why so? Because I don't know whether we mentioned or not, I don't remember. Quran mentions about hell more than hell, and description of hell more than paradise. This is very important, but we have to understand that the Quran does not teach us as usually understood by threatening. We have to be very careful. It is practical. That is why I am diverting the subject. Please forgive me, but very practical. Yes, everybody knows, especially in the field of teaching, everybody knows that by accusing the student, by accusing the patient, none of the student, teacher, none of the doctor will be successful. Now, Why the Quran mentions those negative things? We have to be careful to make the distinction, which I realized very recently. I'm sharing you because I am excited about the significance of this subject. Now, after falling into illness, to blame this man by the doctor, after not studying the student, not being successful in the test, accusing the student is not constructive
Is
and
the teacher or the professor? Yeah.
sorry?
Accusing the teacher or professor, basically. Is that what you meant?
No, no. Professor is accusing the student because he failed.
Oh, okay.
Now, making the student feel guilty. Now, making the patient feel guilty. Why have you eaten this much so that you put weight on? For example, doctor says, it has gone. He came to you for cure, for education, for doing something positive. By accusing the people to teach them is not the Quranic way of education. But Quran is nadir. What is nadir? Nadir is not accusing or accuser. Nadir is taking the precaution before falling into mistake. After I realized it, everything changed now. Before I deserve hell, Quran, it means deprivation of everything I want, I need. Quran says, don't fall into this mistake. For example, don't do this, don't drink, don't smoke. Otherwise, you will have a lot of problems, not only lung cancer, a lot of problems. The blood vein problems. When I go to hospital, to doctor, the first thing they ask me, do you smoke? I think there is somebody among us who practices this. Do you smoke? I understood so significant that it affects everything. This one example. Do you drink alcohol? Second question. How much? For laws, but as I never drank. Really? I am a Muslim. In our religion, it is tasted, sell it, buy it, serve it is prohibited. Really? They are amazed to hear that. I mean, it is a good thing to tell them, be proud of it. So they know the value of it. So why not a little bit? The little bit is not harmful. That is the beginning, the starting. That is a beautiful way of presenting Islam, actually, to doctors who have nothing at all by only medical science, but don't understand anything from life. I am sorry. So, generally speaking, you are aware of it. You are exception. So that's why you are here. There is no other doctor among us. So, anyways, it's profession-wise, I'm talking, generalizing it. Not everyone, but generally, that is the tendency. Anyways, uh, the doctor should not accuse, but warn me. Look, for example, I get the warning. They say, don't eat too much fat. It may cause this, and be careful. So after this age, keep away from sugar. This is nadir. This is not making me feel guilty because Quran never makes it feel guilty. All warnings are before we die. So we have to read the Quran. Kuffar is going to be like this. It means don't be among those deniers. Don't follow their way. Warning, not accusing. That's how we should read the Quran. And we should interact with other people, maybe if they need, give advice accordingly, not accusative, accusing attitude, but warning and showing the way to escape from it, Bashir. And another one is Shahid. Before, look, I never smoke. I never drink. I never eat too much, more than I need, like Ali does. So don't be like him. Be like me. Exemplary life. That is why Nazir, Bashir, and Shahid must be united in our life. Never accusing attitude. We should, when people say, you hear it, you keep hearing it as I do. Quran doesn't mention that. The loving God. Very, very rare, or a few words, but everywhere is angry God. Nazir, we have to say, this is Nazir, not accusing you. That's why when the people ask me whether they are Christians, which they ask, do you think I'm going to hell? Quran says, don't interpret your existence wrongly before. So take your precautions. Think about it, whether what you believe or what you have taken now as your religion or tradition, whatever, your cultural way. So think about these elements so that you will find the truth. Show the way. Never say, you are Christian, you are doomed. That is not the Quran, that is not the Prophet do. I think this was useful. I wanted to share it with you.
Alhamdulillah, this is very useful actually. So Nazir, Bashir, and Shahid. Those are the three
Or
phrases.
Shaheed. You can
Or
say
Shahid.
Nazir, Bashir, and Shaheed.
Yeah. And so Nazir is what, like a warning or just mentioning? How is that Nazir kind of?
For example, there is a hole or dead end, and there is a traffic sign there. Door is closed, road is closed, don't go. That is Nazir. Is it clear?
Yes, yes. Yeah. So I like Alhamdulillah, it's very good actually. So not to make anyone humiliated or guilty, basically. Right. So you
Maybe, there is also a teacher among us. So they know that by accusing these students, you cannot teach them. But in the, how is it, curriculum? No, not curriculum. The class description, how is it called? The first day that the teachers present to students.
syllabus or curriculum.
Syllabus.
Yeah.
What did they say? Before everything, attendance is 20%, right? Giving the or submitting the assignments is 10%. Uh, Practically joining, participating the process of teaching, another 10%. And midterm, 20%. Final, 40%. And these are the things that we are going to study. Get ready before coming to class. That is Nazir. Not accusing the students, but letting them help, then preparing them by giving the precautious reminders. That is why the Prophet mentions about, the Quran mentions about hell a lot, but at the same time says, we send you as a mercy. وَمَا أَرْسَلْنَاكَ إِلَّا رَحْمَةً لِلْعَالَمِينَ, to the whole world. Which kind of mercy, bringing the hell rather than loving God? Yeah, that is mercy. Nazir is mercy. Nazir is mercy. Without being Nazir, none of the prophet, none of the teacher, none of the doctors will be successful. But we shouldn't confuse Nazir and accuser.
Inshallah. Beautiful. Thank you. So any other comments by anyone or any thoughts? Okay. All right, so let's continue. Man then should understand just how necessary it is to be desirous and eager to discover the wishes and pleasure of the ruler of pre-eternity and post-eternity. So man must understand to be desirous and eager to discover. For all beings are in the grasp of his power, and the beauty and perfections to be found in all beings are but pale shadows in relation to his beauty and perfection. Capital H, his beauty and perfection, and being needy for him in innumerable ways. Man constantly receives countless numbers of his bounties. So being needy of him in innumerable ways. And man constantly receives countless bounties, although we may not realize it, where the bounty is coming from. Yes, brother Ali, go ahead.
I feel that reading like this or translating like this, the pleasure of the ruler of pre-eternity and post-eternity is pre-eternity. What does pre-eternity mean? Post-eternity, what does it mean? Just say absolute. It means absolute. So infinite ghaibi being must be, but we cannot really see within the conditions of this universe. That is one thing. Another thing also here, we are giving the qualities to desire uh, beauty, and we appreciate beauty, and we appreciate perfection. That's what we want. And also bounties. We love bounties. So we have to make our journey through these fundamental means. We have to pay. It is interesting. He must have done it or written it consciously. Beauty comes first, because beauty cannot be reduced to matter at all. Nothing but especially beauty. Even materialists cannot make an excuse by interpreting the things. The color comes from the sun. Yeah, okay. And the things, especially living beings, but also it is not living beings. Everything has some sort of beauty, really. But to survive or matter would like to survive comedy. It is just really stupid, uh, absurd idea. But still they cannot explain beauty, the design, especially this parallel design, or this complementary design. One side complements the other side and makes a perfect design. Not accidentally, impossible to explain it. So most attractive side of the creation is beauty, jamal, and perfection. Every need is absolute quality. Every being needs absolute quality. That is, we have to be very careful in ahadiyya. It means seeing in the existence of everything manifested qualities, and these qualities need to be encompassing the whole universe. Otherwise, nothing can exist as they are, singly, alone, in one thing in the universe. Must be connected to the rest of the universe so that the source discloses itself. I know what is going on in the universe. This is all my under control. That is why I created this thing with these qualities here in its place, special location in it. That comes second. But all of them are important, but beauty comes first, perfection comes second, and bounties come the third. Why? Whatever I need, everything is provided. Who did this? Who arranged this? Can we say that this arrangement happened accidentally? This people, materialist people say, because of this arrangement, we perfect ourselves. Who organized it? I am needy and it is satisfied. Who is organizing it? Can matter know me and at the same time the fruit grown in California? Can matter know me and at the same time the meat is happening to be in the body of the animal who eat grass and water? That's it. Impossible to explain. Accident by itself, impossible. Matter is not the essence of all these qualities cannot be. It has no quality at all. I don't know how people buy into this materialistic idea and also the stupid interpretation of looking at the apparent way of orderly creation and interpreting it as evolution, which is nothing but orderly creation. You cannot say evolution is really happening by itself. There is no reason to say it. There is no quality in matter to make itself into this new creation at every moment. Continuous, orderly creation. This must be a mantra for us. Continuous, orderly creation. We shouldn't miss this, really. I really appreciate this term, continuous, orderly creation. Look at everything. You will find that, and it is the backbone of understanding the universe. If someone doesn't accept this, is rejecting the reality and cannot find the truth.
Alhamdulillah. So there's a comment slash question for everyone. Okay, how can we help a student that you love dearly? Of course, every teacher loves, they want their students to pass in a way and have tried several attempts to warn them. But the student is stubborn, doesn't listen. And as a teacher, you don't want to give up on them because you want them to succeed. So how can we help this individual?
Quran warns us, don't go there, don't go there. And they, because the one who is warning knows that I have free will, I may misuse it. So I cannot help if someone doesn't want to accept his reality, her reality. I cannot help. No one can help. But I keep warning, and the result with the graduation failure, F. That is why hell is there. A warning doesn't guarantee that people take notice of it. They are free. So God is speaking to people created with absolute, within their capacity absolute. God doesn't interfere at all. Shows the signs. If I not study, I know I get F. This is a sign. But if I keep doing that, that is my choice. So kindly continue reminding. And at the end, giving, if it doesn't take notice, give this person F. He deserves it. That is why at the end, hell is justified.
Yes, but the warning still with the Nazir, basically. Keep warning. Okay, very good. Thank you. Okay, any other follow-up or thoughts?
So I was wondering, how can you help people take heed of the warning?
Appreciating, encouraging. That's it what the Quran does. وَبَشِّرِ الْمُؤْمِنِينَ وَبَشِّرِ الْمُؤْمِنِينَ. Not only Nadir, appreciating, Bashir. Give good news. Now appreciating, that's it, encouraging by loving them. You are doing well, you are doing well, you are my best students, you are my best friend, such a thing. Now, because that they are doing something wrong, something right, sorry. So they need encouragement. That is why when we do something, Allah creates us with this sense, we feel happy about it, good about it. That is Bashir side of it. When I do something wrong, I feel pain. That is Nadir. Oh, get away from it or make istighfar. That is why if a student says, I'm going to try my best from now on, okay, I'll give you another test. 1 week later, come, prepare yourself, come, I'll give you another test. That is how the Quran repeats this. Another creation, another opportunity, continuously. Still, I don't take heed of it, then I am doomed after I die, of course, after school is closed. No degree. That is what we are here for.
As a teacher, when situations are presented, people come in your life. And I mean, obviously, you try your best. What else can you do to help them? Is my question. But I understand all this. I mean, there are times of frustration as well. I mean, yeah, I'm talking about like, it makes sense, the Quranic message to the teacher, and you're trying to pass it on to someone.
Why do you feel yourself guilty because of somebody else's mistake?
I think the connection dropped. Yeah, so the frustration maybe I think yeah, we shouldn't feel frustrated a little bit. Just to continue on, as Brother Lee was sharing, right? And or feeling guilty or just we cannot force anything on any student. In
So
fact,
when the prophet feels frustrated, the Quran warns the prophet. Fariha, you are here. When the prophet feels frustrated, Quran warns. It's not duty to make them all people believers. Why do you really فلعلك باخر النفس على آثارهم. Why you are going to kill yourself, the Quran says, because what they are doing. So SFA, I ends with SFA. It means, I think it's a good thing. Suhail, can you share it? فلعلك باخذ.
سورة الكهف أخبر نفسك بعد هذا إن لم يؤمنوا بهذا الحديث يا سيدي.
Suhail, I don't understand you. The line is bad. Sorry.
It's
Suhail,
from سورة الكهف. فلعلك باخع نفسك إن لم يؤمنوا بهذا الحديث أسفا.
yeah, but that's good. But can you share it on the screen? Or give me the link. Give Asim the link in chat box. Are you available, by the way? Otherwise, I can find it.
I was driving, that's why I couldn't.
Okay. Very easy. Just a minute. This is very important. People feel frustrated because of their, for example, their children don't listen to them.
You're right, actually. That's a good point. A lot of parents feel frustrated. You're right. And maybe vice versa as well.
Yeah, between husband and wife, she's
Yeah.
listening to me, he's not listening to me. Yeah.
Okay, I think Sohail kind of shared.
I think I can share the screen. Can I? I think
Sure, yes, you can.
yeah, I am co-host. So let me share the screen if you don't mind. Right?
Don't mind at all.
Yep. Here we go. Here. فلعلك باخع نفسك على آثارهم إن لم يؤمنوا بهذا الحديث أسفا. Let's read the easiest one. But prophet, or teacher, are you here? Teacher is here. Eh? Teacher. Teacher, are you going to worry yourself to death over those students who don't listen to you? If they don't believe in this message, if they don't take your warning seriously and don't learn what you are teaching them. That is the answer to you. Quran speaks to you very hard, directly. But keep warning. Keep warning. That's something else. Not accusing, just warning. But at the end, if they deserve it.
Yeah, I think it's a beautiful kind of verse to understand. The Prophet, are you going to worry yourself to death over them if they do not believe in this message? Yeah, so we can apply that to our practical lives as well. If we are trying to help someone, a student that we love dearly, what else can you do? Are you gonna worry yourself to death? So it's a pretty strong kind of statement.
Yeah. So as a teacher, you can keep this always with you. When the students don't learn and don't listen to you, remind this verse. And also you can share this verse with your teachers. But at the same time, Quran warns the Prophet to never deviate from your job. Never give up. Again, warns the Prophet. There are some verses, for example, says, Bima tu'mer. What was the beginning of the verse? Be straightforward in your mission as you are given the mission, ordered. That is also another side of the matter. You will try as a teacher or as your parents, as your relationship with the students, you will be the best as you are directed by Allah, God. But at the same time, those people who listen to you or not, that is Allah's choice. And there is another verse also in the Quran. Are you going to force people to, if someone remembers, are you going to coerce people to believe? Who are you? What was the verse? No, you cannot force students.
I wonder why were they presented then in my life in the first place. I understand because it's my responsibility in terms of not getting frustrated. Like, who am I even to be concerned about their well-being? I tried my best, but I'll keep trying because that's the job of a teacher.
But yeah, you try and be a good teacher, try to teach them as perfect as possible, and then don't worry about the result. As this verse is very important, if I can remember anything of it, are you going to force people to make all of them believers? Let me find out. It is interesting. Stop share. I'm stopping the share and then going to investigation. Now, let me see. Yeah, found it. Please be patient with me. These are very, very interesting ayat that gives direction to us. Here we go. Let me share it now. Okay. Share screen. Now, Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. وَلَوْ شَاءَ رَبُّكَ لَآمَنَ مَنْ فِي الْأَرْضِ كُلُّهُمْ جَمِيعًا أَفَأَنْتَ تُكْرِهُ النَّاسَ حَتَّى يَكُونُوا مُؤْمِنِينَ. Look at this beautiful guideline for our life, for all of us. Now, had your Lord willed, all the people on earth would have believed. Let's change the context of the subject related to ourselves. Had your Lord willed, all the students in the class would be successful. If the creator of those students with free willed so, then they will be successful. So that is Lord even didn't choose it. Who are you? So can you, or teacher, or Fariha, or me, compel your students to be successful and learn? Who are you? So again, in other words, says here, tukrihu, so la ikraha fit din. There is no compelling, forcing the people in religious matters. So the beautiful, beautiful guideline for our life, Sharia, is really beautiful, very human, very human. But some people don't get lesson from it. They want to organize their life. Thousands, hundreds of thousands of volumes of laws, practical in this subject, in that example. They are struggling stupid to have a peaceful society. Impossible. That is human psychology, so human reality, social life reality. All of them are very briefly solved and very human I mean, human nature, human futra perfectly accepts it. Thank you.
Alhamdulillah, thank you. This was a beautiful Miraj understanding. Jazakallah. Khairan. Yes. All right. I think we are at time right now. So we will continue, inshallah, next time, where it's a beautiful topic that we were discussing. We're getting warmed up, alhamdulillah. Very practical as well.
Where are we left now? So for the next.
So we'll start from man, then should understand just how necessary it is to be desirous. So keeping those.
So we read this paragraph.
No, so we read up to, or did we read this? Yeah, countless numbers of his bounties. Yes, so we'll stop here. Das,
Yeah.
yes, inshallah. Das is the direct. Thank you.
Next week will be 21. All right.
Inshallah.
Thank you.
Okay,
Thank you. Assalamu alaikum, everyone. Assalamu
stop
alaikum.
here. Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. Subhanaka la ilma lana illa ma alamtana innaka anta al-alimul hakim. Wa akhiru da'wana alhamdulillahi rabbil alameen.
Amen.